And remember, the last one that leaves TNA has to turn out the lights. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wheel Goes Off. Ladies and gentlemen, huge news coming out of the negotiations from TNA. Uh, it's been pretty much all but confirmed that WWE has purchased TNA's tape library. Also, Billy Corgan is now the majority shareholder of, I guess in this case, what used to be TNA. From what I've been reading, Panda Energy has sold its shares to Corgan, making him majority shareholder. Now, it's been a kind of a crazy week as far as TNA has been concerned. Last week it was, there was talk of the possibility of the promotion's biggest pay-per-view, Bound for Glory, not even happening due to the fact that there was no money to fund it. It was announced on either Saturday or Sunday that an anonymous third party did contribute $2 million to TNA. And that was to pay for Bound for Glory and, from what I'm understanding, TV tapings until December. But as I say before, there was negotiations with TNA's board, Corgan, and WWE. It was said that WWE was offering $10 million for the tape library and the trademarks to TNA and Impact Wrestling. Now, it should be noted that on Monday, Dixie did meet with the talent of Impact Wrestling and said flat out, I will not let WWE buy this company. My guess is she no longer had a choice. As Corgan was majority shareholder, he can make the decisions now. Going forward, this is interesting because with WWE buying the tape library, I don't know if they got the trademark for TNA. I would assume they had, because also Corgan it's been said that Corgan is planning on rebranding Impact Wrestling. So going forward, this and again, there's a lot of questions that are asked. What's going to happen to the talent? There's talent that's been loyal to Dixie. Whether or not they're going to leave. Are they going to have to cut talent? Or, because they're going to have to renegotiate some deals due to the fact that it's doubtful Corgan can pay these huge sums of money that have been promised to this talent. Also, so they could leave for greener pastures or they might negotiate to say, hey, you can make money on the indie scene as long as you do our shows as well, what have you. It just seems like at least once a month, we've had a discussion where TNA has been, running out of money. This year they had to restructure deals. I believe that's what drove James Storm out, was that they tried to renegotiate his deal to pay him less. Now, they had to close their offices in like the this plush area of Nashville and move their TNA's corporate offices to where they housed the Shop TNA, where they kept the merchandise for the T-shirt, the T-shirts. They had to move the corporate offices into that. They stopped producing their own merchandise and partnered with Pro Wrestling Tees, obviously as a cost-cutting and overhead savings. It has been clear that, yeah, and it's been clear that that almost every problem TNA's had has been contributed to Dixie Carter and her mismanagement and her flat out inability to believe that she could do wrong. The fact is, now you have Billy Corgan, who now prior to owning TNA, he did own his own wrestling promotion. Resistance Pro was a very small promotion. He but it did very well. And now you have him overtaking basically, I want to say it's iffy, at least 2A promotion in the United States. And United States and North America. Like I said, TNA has been doing a lot better storylines as of late. They have gotten some traction. Thank you, Mike, for texting. And of course, they have a huge audience overseas. Like when they do shows in the UK, they're like packing the O2 Arena. And so people like TNA. People like to watch it. And now, I mean, and they're just getting rid of the name, but it's going to be pretty much the same company. And, you're going to probably have to see going forward what changes are made and how they are going to make I guess I'm going to say this. The promotion formerly known as TNA, how they're going to move going forward. Again, we're all going to keep a watchful eye on this because no one wants to see a company fail. But a lot of us have been amazed that it's lasted this long. I mean, due to its poor management, its money issues, all of this, how they've, I mean, like Corgan said on the Dan Le Batard show, this is now the 4th time it has come down to the wire as to whether or not they were going to have their biggest show. And basically, this would be if WWE was having to scramble to find money to put on WrestleMania. So, as stated, going forward, this could be a very interesting situation. And I for one, I'm at least glad that they're going to be able to do something. That they're going to be able to stick around. I mean, you kind of had to make this deal with the devil. Okay, we all know Vince is the devil. But it at least saves your company. It at least allows you to go forward. And no matter what iteration this is, they now have a chance to go forward and to be what they, hopefully could be a much better promotion. With the premiere of Total Bellas on E! Tonight, some actual big news coming from Brie Bella and Daniel Bryan. It works. Brie and Bryan announced that they are pregnant with their first child. I don't understand why people say they are pregnant, but as they before, Brie is pregnant with the couple's first child. We want to say congratulations to them. Pray their first child's a masculine child. I really don't know where to go else to go with that part. But yay for them. Ric Flair in the news with a rather startling claim. It was reported yesterday that Ric Flair claimed that prior to her fame and being one of the top most demanded actresses in Hollywood, that Halle Berry had taken a ride on Space Mountain. That's right. Ric Flair claiming that he slept with Halle Berry. Now, this was prior to her fame. Now, a statement from Berry's publicist says that such claims are false and that she hasn't heard of Ric Flair. Now, I know we all have our, this is kind of, I don't really know where to go with this. I mean, Ric Flair's claimed to have slept with a lot of women, and I'm sure he has. It's, there's certain things that, should stay private that he doesn't. Now, my suggestion to Rick in the future, if you want to talk about any fantasies you've had in the past, there's a very healthy form in which you can release these frustrations. And as a matter of fact, if Ric Flair's watching, I will demonstrate how you do this. Dear Penthouse, I'm a freshman at a small Midwestern university. Well, that's going to do it for this episode of The Guido Goes Off. Once again, I thank you for watching. If you have anything to say about the topics I covered on this episode, feel free to drop a line in the comment section below. And also, you can talk to me on my Twitter and Instagram at r_man_Guido. And as always, I appreciate it if you would like this video, share it with your friends, and if you like what you see, feel free to subscribe. More will be coming. Once again, thank you. I am the Guido, and I think we're done here.